Have you ever experienced a tombstone feast, Petite Martinique tradition style? Well, if not, in this video you will get a glimpse of what it's all about as we unveil our mom headstone. But before we start, let me give you that $1,000,000 view that I woke up to that morning. So this is the view that I woke up to. It's beautiful. All the islands of the Grenadines of St. Vincent, you can see them in the back there. And look at the view of the harbor. It's the $1,000,000 view, honey. So the morning of the event, food is cooked on the fireside outside. It's called Saraka food. So they take 3 big stones, and if you run out of stones and you can't find any more big stone, you put 3 big blocks, as you can see here, to make the fireside. You make the fireside with wood. It's Petite Martinique style, okay, Caribbean style, and it's called Saraka food because it's smoked food and it includes a lot of stew meat, like sheep meat, mutton, goat meat, pork, chicken, and we also made a pot of soup. And I believe it was a goat head soup, and then we also had a pot of stew peas. So Saraka food is a lot of meat, along with rolled rice, rolled cuckoo, stew peas, ground provision, and you know that meat is cooked to a T. So here we have our lovely friend, cousin Newly, stirring the pot of meat to make sure the meat is distributed evenly and then it's cooked properly because the pot is big. And she has one big old long spoon, as you can see. And here's another pot of meat again. So the ladies, they know what to do. They know how to cook. So everything tastes so good. And the smoke just give it an extra, like, taste to it, extra flavor. You understand? So it was so good. And we thank the ladies in the community who came out to help us cook. They were a huge help. And here we see our mom's headstone here. She's so beautiful. And she loved sewing. She loved, participating in any events or activities that was happening in the community. She loved her flowers, and she just helped, people when, they need curtains. So for a new Christmas curtain, people want it up in their house. So she loved to do that, and just being her. And here we have, they said we had to bless the headstone with alcohol, guys. So it's a traditional thing. So here we're blessing the headstone with alcohol and water. And the ladies was singing earlier on, I believe. Yes, earlier on they were singing. So it's also part of the tradition too as well. And you cannot have a headstone feast without a string band. You have to have string band music. So here they are. And here's my little nephew and his cousin, part of the band too as well, shaking the shack shack. So after we cooked the food and we did all that traditional thing at the house, it was time to take the headstone down to the cemetery to install it on the tomb. So this is what we are doing right now. My brother and my cousin is carrying the headstone up to put it on the van, because usually back in the day they said they carry it down, and but we just decided to put it on the van because it was a little bit of a walk. So we put it on the van, and then everybody joined in a procession style and singing, and the string band music playing, and we take it down to the cemetery. As you can see here, have my niece and my sister. Everybody was dressed in t-shirt because we made t-shirts. The kids, just us, the children, and close members of the family. We had t-shirts of my mom picture on there, just to commemorate and celebrate her, because I know she would love that. She was that type of person who, and I think a lot of my personality is from my mom. So yeah. So here we are walking down to the cemetery and just, celebrating our mom, her life and all that she believed in and all that she stands for. And we arrived to the cemetery, and we're taking the headstone, put it on the tomb to get it ready to put it onto that boxing. I think, I don't know why I call it boxing, to put it on that slab of thing that is supposed to go on. And we had to they said we had to bless it too as well. And this is what the tomb looked like before we put the headstone. So here we are blessing the tomb before we put the headstone on it, because that is a traditional thing to do. So all of the children had to participate in doing that. But if I didn't add everybody because the video would have been a little bit too long. So here we are doing that, blessing the tomb. And then my brother, he's going to put the concrete on to make sure that when you put the headstone on, it's sealed properly. It's sealed and secure. It won't move. So here we are putting it on. Like I said, the Tombstone Feast is a community event and everybody comes out to celebrate and that person's life, and it's a traditional thing to do. It's been a while since they had a Tombstone Feast in Petite Martinique, so putting up my mom headstone just reminded everybody what it was all about, and reminded me how it was done, because I completely forgot how the headstone feast was done. And then just seeing it and being part of it and making sure that everything was planned and executed properly was very important to me and to the family and to everyone. So here's the string band music playing again in the cemetery, and then we're gonna take it back to the house. We're gonna finish the celebration there. People are gonna eat more food, and there was a lot of drinks too as well. So people really enjoyed themselves, and they were really appreciative, and that they were able to kind of remember what a Tombstone Feast was all about. So we took little group pictures, in the cemetery before we left, and yeah, here we are just enjoying ourselves and celebrating my mom as a community. And the string band music was just doing what they're supposed to do. They did it. They did the thing, guys. They did it. We danced and we enjoyed ourselves. They sing some funny songs. I forgot what the name of the song was. When a dead buried me close. It was so funny. When a dead buried me close. It was a funny song. But yeah, we had so much fun. And Gary had it live on Facebook, so people was able to see it too as well. So it was really fun and exciting as we, celebrate our mom. And, as we unveil her headstone. And the next day, I went down to the cemetery. You can see me walking here, enjoying the sunshine. The wind was doing whatever it wants in my hair to seal the flowers and the other things that we had on the headstone. And look at the beautiful view of Carriacou. So that's Carriacou in the back there. We were walking back down to the cemetery. I took my niece and my nephew with me, and my sister also went. So those flowers, they needed to be secured, and the flower pot needed to be secured. So I got Gorilla Glue tape. Gorilla Glue tape, when you put that on something and you stick something on that, it doesn't move, I'm telling you. It don't move. It's secure for a lifetime. And I just decided to do a 360 view of the tomb. If you see people's house that don't have no roof, this is Hurricane Beryl. Hurricane Beryl just damaged people's roof. And they even damaged the tombstone in the cemetery too as well. It knocked it down. So this was so devastating for the country, for the island, sorry. Petite Martinique, Carriacou, and also the Grenadines Islands. So it was really tough. And hopefully people will come and maybe, renovate, I guess. Put the headstone back up and all of that stuff. But yeah, it was a tragedy for Petite Martinique and Carriacou with Hurricane Beryl. Now you can see the beautiful view of the beach, because the cemetery is close to the beach, as you can see. And here I am just taking a selfie of Kelsey and Javon, who came down with me in the cemetery. I had to help a goat untie itself. He tied its legs around the rope and I untied it for him. Yeah, so this is what it looked like, and this is a view of the food, and here is my mom, and we had little decorations, balloons. I miss you, love you forever.